Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Skyman TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. Yesterday, the government stopped Stephen KALONZO Musyoka from addressing the people of Tharaka Nithi. KALONZO Musyoka is on a 3-day tour of Meet the People tour in Eastern Mount Kenya East. And this tour is very, very significant. So what the police did, once they were told that Stephen KALONZO Musyoka was going to have meeting in Meru, they did all they could and replied that they did not grant the permission to Stephen KALONZO Musyoka. And this is what caught my attention, because the law does not allow police to give permission for any political rally. The law just requires politicians and the political parties just to inform the police for security reasons. It is not for them to grant the permission. Again, by stopping Stephen KALONZO Musyoka, the government was making him very, very popular. Normally, people will always side with the underdog. People will always side with the person who is being oppressed. Hiyo ni kawaida ya mwanadamu. They don't side with the top dog. They don't bother with what the top dog or the person who is seen to be the oppressor is doing. So Stephen KALONZO Musyoka must be a very happy person, kwa sababu pasi na kujua hao watu walio katika serikali wanajikaga kama nguruwe kwa mafuta yao wenyewe. Unajua Swahili wanasema kwamba nguruwe hujikaga kwa mafuta yake mwenyewe. And this is what is happening, ladies and gentlemen. So, the first question that we should ask ourselves, who actually blocked Stephen KALONZO Musyoka and why? If you ask me, this must be the truthful man. This must be the man from Madeira. This must be the DP himself. Because according to him, Meru people should always stand with him. Remember, he is fighting to be the kingpin of the mountain. But it seems not to be happening. And mdhaniaye ndiye sie. Jambo hili ni jambo ambalo linamchogonoa mawazo, ni jambo ambalo linamfanya ashindwe vile ambavyo atafanya. So, who was benefiting when Stephen KALONZO Musyoka was stopped? It is Gachagua and William Samoei Ruto. So most likely, when you look at it from all angles, you see the hand of Gachagua in this. But in my view, why did they block Stephen KALONZO Musyoka? Hardly a day after Uhuru Kenyatta sent greetings through Raila Amolo Odinga, and remember when Raila was in Kitui, that is on Saturday, was it Saturday or Sunday? And he said he had no problem supporting Stephen KALONZO Musyoka. And now all of a sudden, you see now KALONZO Musyoka being stopped from meeting Kenyans. The first thing, in my view, is that the government is very much afraid of the hero's reception that would be given to Stephen KALONZO Musyoka. KALONZO is coming at the right time. Remember, I've always said that Azimio need to hit the road running, and we need to utilize the chance. And wherever or wherever Jubilee imekuwa, they should learn from Jubilee, by the way, because I can see the same script that actually applied to Uhuru Kenyatta applying to William Samoei Ruto. Only that for William Samoei Ruto, it is coming very, very fast, more than people would expect. Because for Uhuru Kenyatta, this kind of thing started in 2021, but it was something that was not happening in the first term and even part of part of the second term. So what we are saying here is that the fact that the Merians were ready to receive and give Kalonzo a wide reception is something that worried Kenya Kwanza. Is it Kula Kenya ama Kwanza ama Kenya Kwanza, whichever. The second reason, in my view, is because you remember the president was bored. When he was there, remember the time he was there wakiwa pale na kina Kawira Mwangaza, he was heckled, he was bored, and people actually told him their minds. And William Samoei Ruto knows very well that he's no longer popular pale kutokana na yale ambaye aliyaona. So now you tell me where the president was bored, and then Kalonzo goes the same place, and he is given a hero's welcome. The perception on the ground would be that Kalonzo is the next person in State House. But when you look at it from all angles, it will look like the journey to State House for Stephen KALONZO Musyoka has started. Since, unajua William Samoei Ruto, I have always said that he receives a lot of intels every morning, even before he goes to bed. And he knows very well that if Kalonzo was to go to Meru, and especially after William Samoei Ruto, then the perception of the people will change. So they are afraid of the perception. Again, Kalonzo has become a real threat. He is a real threat to William Samoei Ruto. Na kama unakumbuka vizuri sana wakati ambapo William Samoei Ruto alikuwa kule Meru, wakati aliona hali ilivyo, he tried to plead with people, but they could not listen. And again, when he was in Luo Nyanza, I remember him touting Kalonzo, akisema Raila hatasimama, yeye atachiwa Stephen KALONZO Musyoka, na anasema kulingana naye yeye ni kuchapa haraka, ni mchezo wa kumaliza asubuhi. But now he has realized that Kalonzo is a real threat, and it's not even a real threat. I think in terms of popularity, Stephen KALONZO Musyoka is now more popular than William Samoei Ruto. And again, when you look at it, if he is allowed to penetrate Mount Kenya, if he allowed to penetrate Mount Kenya, because what I know is that majority of people in Mount Kenya would have no problem voting for Stephen KALONZO Musyoka. Remember, these are Bantus, and they understand each other's languages. And the fact that Kalonzo worked with Mwai Kibaki, he can easily find support from Mount Kenya. Again, we are seeing the billowing and shrinking popularity of Kenya Kwisha, Kenya Kwanza, Kenya Kwisha, whichever or whatever you may call it. The shrinking popularity is something that is worrying the government. And because of this shrinking popularity, and you see what there is that nature hits vacuum. Nature is vacuum. And in the same case applies to politics. And because of this shrinking popularity of William Samoei Ruto, then Kalonzo comes and fills the gaps. So that is why he is being chased away from Meru and Tharaka Nithi in particular. So what should Stephen KALONZO Musyoka do? If you ask me, KALONZO Musyoka should proceed with these meetings. Whether the police allow him or not, he should proceed and use Raila's strategy, because Raila's strategy is to use the people. Raila anaenda and the people are shield and defender. So that is what Kalonzo should do, because he also need to harden. The second thing that he should do, he should go to the church, aende kanisani, because nobody is going to stop him in the church. Start from there, and then from the church, hit the road without even informing anybody. And before they know what is happening, already you have received or achieved the objectives. Again, he should actually try not to go with Raila Amolo Odinga. Onekane akienda peke yake. Sababu akienda na Raila Amolo Odinga, people will not be able to actually see who is real Stephen KALONZO Musyoka. But if he goes on his own, he is going to win this game. I think he should confront Kenya Kwanza head on without fear, because it is only in confronting UDA that people will be able to see he is a serious candidate. And again, when you look at this confrontation, this confrontation is likely to give him mileage, and he's likely to have his name on the newspaper headline all the time. So Kalonzo heko, hogera, usirudi nyuma, no retreat, no surrender. That is my take, ladies and gentlemen. Like this video as you have always done. I'm usually very very happy wakati naona mnabonyeza kile kidude cha like, comment. I'm usually very happy, and today I'll try my best to answer every comment. Have a blessed day. Bye bye.